Hey guys, just working with the resin printer. Uh, my 3D filament printer should be here today. It better be here today. I did uh, a vat clean. It says vat clean, and what you do is you push it, and it'll take the light, and it'll go real slow across there, and then it'll go real slow across back, and then it'll make a little filament screen like this, so you can just peel it off, so whatever uh, prints are still stuck to the vat or needs to be clean or whatever, you can just peel that off. Well, I peeled it off and it pulled the hole in it. Well, on the vat, or if you take your plastic scraper and you run across where that hole was, you can feel that some of the print is stuck to that plastic filament sheet. So I gotta put this funnel into the big bottle, take this off, dump it out, clean this all up, flip it over, and then take all the 26 little screws out, then flip that over, and then take more screws out to get the frame off so I can put a new filament vat screen thing on there. So alrighty, I got a little bit of mess to clean up here. And when you watch 3D printing and resin printing and shit, they don't show you the bad stuff. All they do is just show you the good stuff. They don't show you the bad stuff, what they have to go through when they have a bad print, or if they have to go through what I'm doing here. They won't film that shit and put it on YouTube or whatever. I'll film the shit and then I'll put it on my YouTube channel. I put the good and the bad on my YouTube channel. So yeah, when I get this cleaned up, then I'll make a video of taking all the little screws out and all that bullshit that other people don't fucking show you. Alrighty guys, got it all dumped out into here. Here's that one spot that it stuck to right there. Well, when I took the vat off, it had a little hole in it. That little spot right there had a little hole, and it got on the protector screen. So I'm gonna have to take the protector screen sheet off. I'm gonna have to clean that up. I'm gonna have to put a new protector screen on it, and I'm gonna have to put a new sheet in this. So yeah, those guys that have 3D resin printers, they don't show you this bullshit because they don't want to scare everybody of, oh god, if I show this, people aren't gonna buy fucking resin printers and shit like that. Well, it's all part of the fucking process. You know, new cars even break. You know, even new snowmobiles break, new motorcycles break. You gotta show the bad and the good, man. So yeah, the print stuck to the plastic sheet here, and it kept on going up and down, and it finally popped the hole, and then the resin got on here. So now you got to take your protective screen off like that, throw it away, get some alcohol, clean that up real good, put a new protective screen on. Then I got to wash all this off, and then we'll mess with this. So I'll be back when I get all this washed off, and then we'll take it apart. Alrighty guys, let's make this video. up. Find the right one that fits in there. That looks a little small. This is what I like to do. I like to take the tool and go all the way around, loosen it up, and then go back with the long ways and then unscrew them. Try not to tighten them up too tight like I did. Oh my God. Yep, this is what 3D printer people don't show you. The bullshit that you have to go through to fix your machine. You know, like that Uncle Jesse guy, or that 3D print with the nerd, or that nerd guy, or whatever, you know. They don't do this shit. They don't film this crap. They don't show you what you're gonna have to deal with if it ever happens. They're like, oh, screw it, we're just gonna show the good shit so people can watch our videos. And it's like everybody thinks they don't. When people make videos, everybody thinks that everybody that's gonna watch their videos wants to see good, cool stuff, you know. Well, it's not just all good, cool stuff. You gotta go through this bullshit to make it all cool and good and stuff. That's why sometimes when I watch a YouTube video, I'm like, dude, why did you cut all the bad shit out of your video? You gotta show the good and the bad. And the motherfuckers cut all their bad shit out. It's like, God damn. You guys heard that, right? Yeah, do not over tighten. So, oh, I did check with the UPS truck. Stopped over at the neighbors, so I went over there and asked him. I was like, dude, you got my 3D printer on your truck or what? I'm like, you can't miss it. It's a freaking huge ass box. He's like, nope, I don't have it yet. I'm like, really? Because it said it was delivered to your warehouse, and I got the filament already because he gave it to me the other day. And I asked him where the printer was, and he's like, we don't have it. Then I asked him today if he had it, and he's like, no, we don't have it in the truck. So it's like, what the hell? I know they got the fucking 3D printer in their fucking warehouse because the goddamn filament came before the printer did, you know. And so I'm kind of disappointed at that. I probably won't see that until maybe 26th or 27th after Christmas, a couple days after. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But if I don't get it, if I get the machine and it's after the New Year's, then we've got a fucking problem. I'll be calling them up every fucking day. Three, 4 times a day. To bug the piss out of them. Because I know they got it in the fucking warehouse. It's just sitting there. So it's just sitting there doing nothing to where I could be 3D printing over the weekend and or over the holidays doing stuff, you know. Sorry guys for talking like that. But you guys probably would be a little upset too if you paid as much as I paid for it, and it should have been here yesterday and it's not here, you know, and it's yep, I think a lot of people don't like doing resin printing because it's resin, it's liquid, it gets everywhere. And then you gotta deal with what I'm doing here. And then you gotta level the bed and do a bunch of shit like that. And then, well, leveling the bed is the same as what any 3D printer is, you know, you gotta level the bed. Okay, now we can move this away. Flip this over. And now we got all these little screws to take out. Yep. That'll fit in there. No. Hey, we actually found more. Oh, we're not even at the fun part yet. Well, if I wasn't making a video and doing this, I'd have the music running in the background, but YouTube has a big deal about using other people's music, and it's kind of bullshit because it should be, we should listen to whatever we want in the background and make a video and post it without getting copyright strikes or anything like that, right? It's bullshit. That's why a lot of people use BitChute. I use BitChute. I have an account on BitChute. And all my videos on there have music playing in the background and shit like that. No copyright strikes or anything like that. It's kind of like a free spirit website where you could say whatever the hell you want to say, and you can cuss, you could swear, you could smoke, you could drink on there. You know, it's a pretty cool website. So yeah, I've got more videos on BitChute on my account than I do YouTube because of the mean restrictions, or the heavy duty restrictions on YouTube. People are moving to different places because we should have a right to listen to whatever we want in the background and still make videos, you know. Like right now, I got the TV going, but it's running a movie. I can hear it. I don't know if the microphone can pick it up on the camera, but if it does pick up on the audio, then I'm gonna have to put in an extra audio file over the top of that, so the computer at YouTube can't pick it up and then put a copyright strike on it and shit like that. You know, I kind of understand the copyright thing, but you would think if you have a song or whatever in the background that you like, and if other people hear it on YouTube, then they're gonna like that song, and then the person that's singing it is gonna see your video, and they're gonna hear their song in the background, and they're gonna see all these people that like your video because the song in the background will. It's kind of bullshit, you know, the law and crap on that on YouTube. It's dumb. Like right now, I'd be listening to like Mozart or Bach or whatever, you know, keep me cool and calm and everything like that, but nope. Now I get this sheet on there kind of centered all the way around. Make sure there's enough on either side. This is where the fun part comes in. Sometimes people go around and pop holes in them like that, or sometimes people just put the screw on there and hope for the best. I like to go around and hand tighten. Just hand tighten, don't like force it down or whatever. And then I always like to push down on it and turn. Push down and turn. Keep doing that and you'll go through the plastic screen here. Then you skip one. I don't know why I skipped one. I kind of act like it's a cylinder head or on an engine or whatever. You know, you gotta tighten, hand tighten one bolt down, and then you gotta jump to another one, and then you gotta jump to another one, and you gotta jump to another bolt, and then you come back, and then you tighten all the other ones. That's kind of why I do it the way I do it. Most people would just go all the way around and just keep putting screws all the way around. This way, to me, it also kind of helps tighten the plastic screen a little tighter. You know, it's like when you're welding, you spot weld and then you move over maybe 6-7 inches and then do another weld, and then you skip a little and then you do another weld and you skip a little, do another weld, then you come back and then you weld in between those two welds that you did. least I don't have to reset the bed on that. Releveling it or whatever. I don't have to do that. At times you might hear my dog snoring in the background. But you can see why the other YouTubers that do resin printing and stuff don't show this, because it's time consuming and they don't want to make a video that people aren't going to watch, that's going to be time consuming. Well, you need to make a video like this because people are going to buy printers, and if something happens like this and nobody's got a video out there on how to do it, then they're going to get frustrated on taking the screws apart and trying to put it together and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't have the patience and stuff to do what I'm doing right here. So to me, this is just another maintenance thing you got to do, you know? Just like on anything. Gotta have maintenance. Gotta change the oil. Gotta rotate your tires. Gotta change your tires. You know, you gotta flush your transmission. You know, gotta make sure everything's greased and oiled. Well, it's just like this. This right here would be called, that little hole that was in that old screen, that would have been called a cracked head or a cracked cylinder or a cracked block, or the piston went through the side of the engine. That's what happened. It got a big old hole in it. So it looks like I won't be putting the other 3D printer together until after Christmas. Yay! So I'll be resin printing through Christmas. So I hope you guys are learning from this video that I'm making. That's why you always want to have at least one finger or two fingers underneath it when you're going over the plastic. Because if you hit the plastic, well, you have to start all over again. Okay. Now, flip it over. Set this on here. Like so. Push down through the plastic. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Somebody's using a big commercial wood chipper across the street. On these ones, you don't want to go all the way down. This one you want to push the screw through the plastic. and then screw it down to where it's just barely snug. And then we move on to the next one. That sounded like the chip truck leaving across the street. That was close. Okay, now this is what we do. Start from one corner. Tighten this corner down. Tighten down the one next to it. Just keep going all the way around. Well, we're going to go around one more after this. After I get through here, we're going to go one more time around. It's getting there. That's another thing I was gonna say. There was a guy on there on YouTube that was actually showing how to replace one of these, and I was watching him, and he didn't do the method that I do, how I skip one all the way around. He fucking jams them right in there and just fucking goes all the way around really fast, and you don't want to, on something like this, you don't want to rush through. You know, you want to take your time and make sure you get, because you don't want to puncture this or get a little leak anywhere or anything, you know. You know, let me tell you, that's happened to me before. But anyway, I was watching this guy and I'm like, what a dumbass, rushing through that shit. And then he goes and talks about how the sound of the vat, you know, how it's, well, when I get this all tightened up, I'll show you what it sounds like. You hear that? That sound right there will change when I get all done. Anyways, he was like, man, why is this something talking about why the vat has a low pitch instead of a high pitch that he's used to. Well, holy shit, dude, look how big this vat is. This thing is like, what, 11, 12 inches long and 6.5 inches wide. And it's maybe an inch deep or inch and a half or something like that. Now, if you take one of those smaller resin vat things like this, if you take a smaller one, it's going to have a higher pitch because it doesn't have a lot of mass to move. So the bigger this is, the deeper tone it's going to have. The smaller it is, the higher the tone it's going to have. People just don't think about that. Oh, let's go through here one more time. Like I don't have anything there else. This is educational for people that are new to the resin printing shit. They need to learn this crap. And this, what I'm doing here is basically just like on any resin printer. You have to do exactly what I'm doing here. Not exactly, but you know what I mean about how to take the vat off and how to put a new screen on. I have the Anycude M3 Max or whatever resin printer thing. It's got the yellow container shield around it or whatever. Print size, not the full size, but the print size is about 11 inches. Print size width-wise I could do 6 inches with supports. So if you do 11-inch long piece, you're going to have to do that 10 inches because the supports have to go in and everything, so it's going to raise it up and move it out a little and all that stuff. So you got to factor that in when you're resin printing or 3D filament printing or whatever. Okay, now let's go through this fucking type. Like I said, I hope this is educational to people. I know when I first started, I had to watch other people's channels to figure out shit, you know, so why not make a video on doing something like this, because I don't see a lot of videos out there on how to change your vat or how to fix this or how to fix that. A lot of people don't show that crap. Well, that's going to change because I'm going to show everything about the 3D printing crap, the bad and the good. So like if one of my machines gets a busted screen or burns up a screen or whatever, I'll make a video on that. If something happens to one of the motors on it or something happens period to it, I'll make a video on it. A lot of people just make videos of 3D printing the print. They won't show you the maintenance or the repairs or anything like that. Which is kind of dumb because you'd think some of the higher YouTube 3D printer guys out there, like that Uncle Jesse guy or whatever, would make a video like this for people to fix their machines on their own or repair them or know somebody that knows how to do it or whatever, you know. But I kind of understand he's got those big ass fucking sponsors that sponsor him, and you know, like Anycube or Elgoo or whatever, those, they send him fucking 3D printers like left and right to test out and to use and to have, and there's companies that sponsor him that send him free filament and how to test them and show products and all that stuff, and holy fuck, I would love to do something like that. I'd love to have companies send me their shit and make videos on it and use it hard and test the piss out of them. I would love to do that shit. I'll put them through their paces. If the company says, oh, you can't break this machine, bullshit. Give me a few days. I'll be breaking it. Not literally with a hammer or anything, but usage. put it through its paces. And people like me that I have a disability or a disorder or whatever. I have bipolar disorder, ADHD, and PTSD. Yep, all three of the worst ones I have. So, doing this kind of stuff right here, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's kind of like a stress reliever. I know it doesn't seem like you're relieving stress from this, but you kind of are, because you're in a room, it's quiet, and your body's relaxed and stuff like that, you know? Okay, let's listen to it. Let's put this under here so you can hear it. That's what you want. That's the sound you want right there. So, let's get this out. This is the protective screen. That's my dog in the background whimpering. You're gonna get little bubbles in it and stuff. I know if you sit there a long time and work on it, and you can get all the bubbles out. But the bubbles, they're not gonna affect the print or anything like that. Because the light is gonna go through it anyway. You don't want to push too hard, but you want to push hard enough to get all the little air pockets and crap out of it as best as you can. And we clean that off. And put this on. See, I'm not even gonna trim that shit off. I'm gonna put this in. Get this lined up with these. Get the plastic out of the way. Gotta mix this resin up, you know, in the bottle. Gotta shake it up and stuff. Might as well turn the machine on. The resin up here a little bit. Gotta mix it up a lot more. Oh, whoa, 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 what the fuck is that? No, 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 what the fuck? Look at that. Oh my god, what the hell? Mm-mm. What the fuck? Wiping out the fat here. And this is supposed to be Sunlu glow in the dark. And look at that shit. It's like all thick and crap. God, I'm gonna fucking have to. I spent like fucking 23 bucks on that motherfucker. Jesus Christ, dude. Here's their Sunlu Sky Blue. That sounds better. Build plate right down. It's got a little bit of gray left on it. No big deal. Alright. I'm gonna move this. I already have something on the SD card. Here. Print that. Hit print. This is what I store my alcohol in, so I can take the build plate off, take the spatula and pop it right into the alcohol. Well, alrighty, it says 2 hours, so I'll be back when this print is done. Alrighty guys, it's been 2 hours. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a little soda cap. You just take your soda cap and and we pop it in there like that real quick. Then we put the cover back on. And we turn this on. Stick our hands in here. I kind of wash it with my hand to get the excess resin and stuff off of it. Stick your finger in the middle of it and kind of rinse it off. You can tell when you get the excess resin off because it won't be as slippery. See, it's a cap. It's got the threads in it and everything. Turned out really, really good. Oh my god. Okay, so now let's put the cover over the alcohol. And then let's pop this off. Put the cap down in here, like so. Put this on there, and then we let it go for a little while. And then we hit OK on that, and then we take our SD card, and then we go load up another print. Alright, I'll be back when I get a print going. And when that is done curing, I'll come back and get it out. Alright guys, I'm going to take that bottle cap that I did out of here. I'm going to set it over here. Put this back up here. And we'll take a look at it and this thing here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Probably not. Why I wanted to do this. Why I wanted to make a bottle cap for 1 liter and 2 liter bottles. Well, everybody drinks soda out there. I do, your parents do, your grandparents do, your next door neighbor does. Anyways, I've never seen any customized caps. So I decided to try to find just a generic 1 liter, 2 liter cap and print it off and to see if it works. I don't have a 2 liter bottle in here, but it fits a 2 liter bottle. It's got the don't know if you guys can see that in there or not. And it did a really good job. So, when this print gets done, which is 5 hours from now, I will be making another one of these, but I have added something to the top to make it look more attractive, more cooler. So we will have to wait until tomorrow to see what the other cap will look like. Have a good one.